WAC 130, above.
Brody, come in here.
From the streets of Stockton to the hip-hop spotlight, EBK Jaaybo's story isn't just about music. It's about survival, loyalty, and loss. A boy who grew up in a world of chaos, finding his voice in the middle of gang wars and family feuds. But behind the fame lies a man fighting battles no stage can reveal. Welcome to In the Mind of EBK Jaaybo. Don't forget to like this video, drop a comment of who you want us to break down next, and subscribe for more content. Born and raised in the unforgetting streets of Stockton, California, Jaaybo's life has been anything but ordinary. Surrounded by violence, heartbreak, and brotherhood, he turned his pain into poetry, becoming a rising star in hip-hop. But fame didn't erase his struggles. From his connections to EBK, to the tragic loss of his brother EBK Osama, and fights within his own family, Jaaybo's journey is as raw and real as his music. In this video, we dive deep into the life of EBK Jaaybo, his rise to fame, the battles he faced, and the legacy he's building today. This is more than a story about an artist. It's about a life lived on the edge and a voice that refuses to be silenced. EBK Jaaybo was born and raised in Stockton, California, a city known for its rough streets and struggles with gang violence.
A month-long gang sweep in Stockton leads to more than 30 arrests. Investigators arrested 34 suspected gang members.
Stockton police investigating the 29th murder of the year for that city.
To this, a tragic and violent 48 hours in Stockton as 5 people were killed. There's been 9 homicides in Stockton so far this year, 5 of those since Friday.
For Jaaybo, life was a constant fight for survival. Growing up in a neighborhood where opportunities were scarce, the streets became both a refuge and a battlefield. As a young boy, he was drawn into a world of gangs, not by choice, but by circumstance. The people around him, the sights he saw, and the sounds of the streets shaped his perspective early on. His childhood wasn't filled with the carefree joy most kids experience. Instead, it was marked by challenges that forced him to grow up too fast. Jaaybo learned early on that loyalty could mean life or death, and that the people you called your family weren't always related by blood. This sense of loyalty would later become a recurring theme in his music, resonating with fans who understood the weight of that word. The Richard family resigned with fans who understood the weight of that word. His surroundings weren't just his home. They were his school, teaching him lessons in survival and resilience. Every corner of Stockton told a story. Jaaybo saw friends taken by violence and families torn apart by the cycle of poverty and crime. These experiences became etched into his mind, shaping the way he viewed the world. While others found escape in sports or academics, Jaaybo found solace in music. Even before he realized it would become his calling, nights filled with the sound of distant gunshots and mornings spent navigating the treacherous streets provided a constant backdrop to his early life.
Coming up in Stockton, it was cool. Like I said, it was Stockton boring, you feel me? It don't be a lot of going on. It's a lot of violence and shit. But as far as the upbringing, we was cool. I was like, when I first hopped in the field, I was into stealing cars. I ain't gonna lie.
You what is it, bipping?
Nah, I wasn't bipping. Like,
you were a Kia boy?
We bipped. We got to that. But like when I first started, like I was really into taking cars. Like that it just was hella cool to me. I don't know.
Stockton wasn't just a place. It was a crucible, shaping Jaaybo into the person he would become. Jaaybo's ties to the EBK, Everybody Killer, gang ran deep. To him, it wasn't just about violence, it was about belonging. In a world that often seemed stacked against him, the gang provided a sense of identity and purpose. But with that came danger and a constant sense of unease. Jaaybo found himself caught in a brutal gang war, navigating rivalries that threatened his life and those around him. One of the most significant conflicts he faced was with members of his own family. His cousin, EBK Young Jock, once a close ally, became one of his fiercest rivals. What started as minor disagreements spiraled into a full-blown feud, fueled by pride and betrayal. The tension escalated into diss tracks, with Jaaybo releasing No Love, aimed at Young Jock, and Young Jock responding with The Truth. These tracks became a battleground where their differences were laid bare for the world to hear. But after years of hostility, they ultimately settled their differences, a rare moment of reconciliation in a world often defined by division. The gang life wasn't without its costs. Jaaybo often spoke about the emotional toll it took, the paranoia, the loss, and the constant need to watch his back. In his songs, he poured out these emotions, offering a glimpse into the duality of his existence, the fierce loyalty to his crew, and the deep desire to escape the cycle of violence. He walked a fine line between loyalty to his gang and the realization that this life could end in two ways: prison or death. Each day was a gamble, and the weight of those odds pushed Jaaybo to channel his energy into something greater. A pivotal moment in Jaaybo's life was the death of his father. This loss hit him hard, leaving a void that nothing else could fill. It was during this time of grief that Jaaybo turned to music as a way to process his emotions. His father's passing became the catalyst for his music career, prompting him to channel his pain into his art.
You know, my pops passed away, rest in peace, Rory. Maybe that's why I said
When you were what age?
I was 11, probably like 10, turning 11.
So y'all had a good relationship before
Yeah,
then,
we was tight for sure.
Right.
Like, that was like my best friend for sure.
Yeah.
Keep it lit in every song.
Man, rest in peace to
How'd
him
he
for
pass?
sure.
He got shot. My mom, he got popped like 2015.
This period of introspection and creativity led to the creation of his debut album, Rowry Forever, a tribute to his father that resonated deeply with listeners. Rowry Forever marked the beginning of Jaaybo's journey as a serious artist. The album was raw, emotional, and deeply personal, showcasing his ability to turn tragedy into art. It was a declaration of his intent to rise above his circumstances, using music as both a weapon and a shield. The success of the album gave him the confidence to push further, setting the stage for the next chapter of his career. Another pivotal moment for EBK Jaaybo was the loss of his brother EBK Osama.
Yeah, and specifically we're standing right outside the Colony House apartments, and behind me there is still some police crime scene tape, and you can see if you're driving by a police vehicle with flashing lights, but very different scene than much earlier this morning when there were many more units and detectives here trying to piece this together. So let me piece it together for you. Let's start at the first scene. Now this is Riverside near Clipper, and this morning about 2:45 is where they found a report of a gunshot victim associated with the car you see in this video. By the time first responders got here, they tried to do life-saving measures and rush that victim to the hospital. However, that victim passing away from his gunshot injuries. As part of that investigation, that led police to the second scene, and that is where we are, the Colony House apartments. And early this morning, when we arrived here at 4 a.m., a lot of crime scene investigators, a lot of police, and then ultimately a lot of detectives coming here because they realized the shooting actually took place here at this apartment complex, and it was the victim who then drove himself to that other scene and was found before being taken to the hospital. So that's why there's two scenes involved here. If we come back out here live, again, we're to the part of this investigation that is now much more methodical, much slower. Detectives now fanning out, doing their work to try and piece together who's responsible. At last check, Sacramento Police saying they do not have a known suspect. They did not release any potential suspect description, nor did they explain to us what they know about what may have led to this shooting.
His brother was tragically shot in Greenhaven, a city close to South Sacramento. After the passing of EBK Osama, EBK Jaaybo was devastated because not only was his father gone, but his blood brother and rap brother was now gone also. Jaaybo's second album, Sinner's Prayer, took his career to new heights, featuring hits like Fly Exterminator. The album cemented his status as a rising star in the hip-hop world. But success came with its own set of challenges. The song Fly Exterminator sparked a heated feud with the Stockton gang, known as the Fly Boys.
He's never exterminated a fly. I'm not never gonna take a nigga. I'm not gonna take a nigga gangster. I'm not gonna take a nigga where a nigga is due credit. It's due credit. I don't give a if I hate this nigga the most in the world. If a nigga come in this county and fight, he stand up with his own. Okay, that's cool. For you to say you're a fly exterminator,
that's too much.
Have you fought us before? Have you fought us before in the county? Yes, for sure. Have you got in a car and done something to a nigga that I said that I love? Negative.
The tension between Jaaybo and the Fly Boys escalated quickly, spilling over into the streets and social media. For Jaaybo, the feud wasn't just about gang rivalries. It was a reflection of the larger struggles he faced in trying to rise above his circumstances. The animosity between the two groups wasn't just lyrical. It became a high-stakes battle for dominance, with Stockton as the stage. EBK Jaaybo's ability to channel his experiences into music turned the feud into something more than a street conflict. It became a narrative that resonated with his fans, drawing them deeper into his story. Despite the chaos, Jaaybo's talent continued to shine. His unique style, a blend of raw storytelling and melodic delivery, set him apart from other artists. His collaborations with major artists like Mozzie, Little Bean brought his music to a wider audience, further solidifying his place in the industry. These partnerships weren't just career milestones. They were a testament to the respect he'd earned from his peers. Working alongside established names in hip-hop validated his journey and showed that his voice carried weight far beyond Stockton. Jaaybo's journey wasn't without setbacks. He spent time in jail, facing charges related to weapons possession and gang activity. This period of incarceration was a turning point for him, forcing him to confront the choices he'd made and the path he wanted to take. For someone so driven by the need to tell his story, being behind bars felt like a silencing blow. Yet, Jaaybo found ways to keep his voice alive. Even in jail, Jaaybo remained connected to his music. He wrote lyrics, planned projects, and stayed in touch with his fans through social media. His resilience during this time only deepened the respect his supporters had for him. Jail didn't stop him from dreaming or creating. Instead, it fueled his determination to come back stronger, to prove that no obstacle could hold him back. This time of reflection brought clarity to EBK Jaaybo. He knew the stakes were high. Jail wasn't just a punishment. It was a stark reminder of the path he was walking. He had a choice to make: continue down the road that led him there, or use his experiences to carve a new direction. For EBK Jaaybo, the answer was clear. His music became his redemption, a way to turn his pain into power. Despite his struggles, Jaaybo's influence continued to grow. His music became a voice for those who felt unheard, a beacon of hope for anyone trying to escape the cycle of violence and poverty. In 2025, while still incarcerated, Jaaybo released his album, The Reaper, a powerful statement of his resilience and determination. The album was met with critical acclaim, further solidifying his place as one of the most compelling voices in hip-hop. From his recording material, the rapper made music the starting point of his range to achieve the life of his dreams. The tracks on The Reaper were hauntingly honest, reflecting the weight of Jaaybo's journey. Songs like Pain Forever and Hope in Chains showcased his ability to capture raw emotion and turn it into art. Fans and critics alike praised the album for its authenticity and depth, seeing it as a continuation of the story EBK Jaaybo had been telling since the beginning. Jaaybo's story is far from over. He is set to be released later this year, and fans eagerly await his return. For Jaaybo, the future holds endless possibilities. His journey has been one of pain and perseverance, but it's also a testament to the power of art to heal and transform. Through his music, he's not just telling his story, He's creating a legacy that will inspire generations to come. EBK Jaaybo's journey is a reminder that greatness often comes from struggle. His life, marked by pain and perseverance, is a testament to the power of music as a form of healing and expression. His work, influenced by tragedy, hope, and redemption, resonates with listeners across the globe. For fans around the world, Jaaybo's story is an inspiration, and for Jaaybo, the story is just beginning. Jaaybo's impact is already evident. His ability to connect with his audience, to make them feel seen and heard, is a rare gift. As he prepares for his release, the anticipation grows. Fans and critics alike know that his best work is yet to come, and that his story will continue to unfold in ways that challenge and inspire. EBK Jaaybo is more than an artist. He's a symbol of resilience and a voice for those who dare to dream beyond their circumstances. EBK Jaaybo's story is one of struggle, strength, and survival. From the tough streets of Stockton to the music scene, he's fought through it all. His music isn't just about beats. It's a reflection of his life, his pain, and his journey. Every song tells a story of loyalty, loss, and the fight for something better. But his story isn't finished. There's still more to come. Jaaybo's journey is one of growth, and his music will continue to speak to those who understand the hardships of life. His words are a reminder that no matter where you come from, you can rise above it. If you haven't already, listen to EBK Jaaybo's music. Feel his pain, his triumphs, and his truth. Follow his journey, because the best is yet to come. Real stories like his deserve to be heard. Keep supporting artists who share their lives with the world. And remember, the fight isn't over. It's just beginning. Welcome to In the Mind of EBK Jaaybo. Don't forget to like this video, drop a comment of who you want us to break down next, and subscribe.